You guys hear me? Yes. Thank you. Thank you to NOC and the other sponsors of this event, and thank you all for being here on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. I know you're all here for the candidates karaoke, so just wait a little bit for that, okay? In 1979, Twin Cities Magazine interviewed then candidate Van White, who later became the first African American city council member in Minneapolis. In that interview, Van White said this, quote, "My children grew up here. We need to get better schooling for the children. We need to get economic development in the ward to provide some solution to the unemployment. What I want to see is Plymouth Avenue and West Broadway Avenue lined with small businesses, the ma and pa shops, where people can make a living," end quote. 34 years later, we are talking about the same things. This has got to change. We cannot talk the same things for the next 34 years. I have faith in the people of North Minneapolis. We are the change we want to see. I am running for city council because I believe that our ward deserves more and our residents deserve better. Our neighborhoods must be safe. We must create the conditions for successful and lasting economic development. And we must make sure that our residents are hired for any developments that happen here on the north side. We must continue to support our Minneapolis Civil Rights Department because our future depends on it. We must build and preserve housing that accommodates the needs of our diverse residents. I want to be your council member. I'm qualified and ready to serve you. I will be a fierce advocate for you on the city council because I care deeply about the future of our ward. I will work tirelessly to improve the lives of our residents here. I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and get to work. Thank you, and I ask for your votes as your first choice on November 5th. Thank you so much.
Our next candidate will be Kel Severson.
Kel Severson. How's everyone doing today? Good. Thanks for coming out for this wonderful event. I wanted to thank NOC for putting this on. My name is Kel Severson, and I'm an organic Northsider. I was born and raised right here in North Minneapolis. I attended school at Lincoln Elementary, Franklin Middle School, and North Community High School. Currently, I'm the president of the Alumni Association at North High School, athletic director, and girls basketball coach. I led the initiative to keep Minneapolis North High open. It started right in my driveway a couple years ago. We started with 3 to 4 people and ended up with 50 in the driveway with a few new news cameras there. And lo and behold, we kept North High open because folks showed up and supported us. A little bit about myself. I worked for the Minneapolis Park and Recreation Board for 10 years. Lastly, I was a director at Luxton Park in the middle of the Southeast Housing Project. I also was a community health specialist at North Point Health and Wellness Center. I like to tell people that I am a pilot city baby. The last job I held there that I just left recently to focus on the campaign, I worked with students in North Minneapolis with doing sexually transmitted infection and teenage pregnancy prevention. With all the work that I've done, I believe that with you guys, with the help of you, that we can make our community a lot better. I want everyone to look and realize and focus that the DFL has led our community for the past 75 years. I made a conscious decision. Is that my time? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Kel Severson, I'd love to be your first choice.
Our next candidate will be Brett Buckman.
Hello, fellow Northsiders. How you doing? I am proud to be before you today, and thank you to NOC, and thank you to the other candidates for coming together and sharing our views. This is going to be a great conversation. I'm excited of our future before us. I'm excited because the city is really beginning to understand the importance of a vibrant North Minneapolis. I'm excited because the people in North Minneapolis are ready to step up and start to build our communities. I'm excited because we see equity right before our eyes. It's possible, and I'm going to fight for that. I'm born and raised too in North Minneapolis. Graduated from North High School. It's Feels like I followed Kel on this one. But the reality is that I'm able to work across all the political lines, to work with our city council members that I, as a former Democratic field director, had worked with the city council members to build some of the great ideas that are going on. But we're going to challenge them to create this one Minneapolis. I've been able to work with our county leaders and our state leaders. And we're going to come with a whole new vision. A vision that includes all 30,000 individuals. A vision that starts to create Laurie, Plymouth, West Broadway. Look forward to the conversation.
Yes, it is. Go ahead.
Well, you're stuck with me now. My name's Ian Alexander, and I just wanted to thank NOC, and particularly I wanted to thank Queen for reaching out and talking to me a little bit more about NOC and explaining to me about the organization. I'm very impressed, and I'm glad to be here today. You know, before I go really on to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about what I'm about, I just wanted to take a minute to reflect upon what news we've heard on the North Side over the last few days. And actually the last month, it's been involving the tragic shooting of 2 young children, one a toddler and one just a newborn. And those are horrible, horrible things that have happened. And they're horrible crimes. But the reality is, does anyone here really know what the #1 crime has been on the North Side? What type of crime that's been?
White supremacy.
Well, that's a good guess. White is correct, but the biggest crime, actually, is white-collar crime. And if you think about it, the massive mortgage fraud that was perpetrated here in our neighborhoods hurt all of us. Not just people who own homes, but it was really an economic attack on our whole neighborhood. And this election, really, and I think all the candidates have hit on it, it's about a lack of economic power in our neighborhood. And I want today's debate to be about economic empowerment. The foreclosure crisis, crime, the education gap, the employment gap, these are all symptoms. And the disease is a lack of economic opportunity. And the cure is economic empowerment. Now, I'm not going to, is that time? Okay, well, I guess we'll talk more about this soon. Thank you.